What is up, guys? Marshall here, and welcome to the final ever episode of Road to Perfection. Andres Iniesta then was our latest recruit. He replaced Iker Muniain on the left hand side. So there's a squad right now. We only need to replace two more players in Guaita and Dave at right back. And this is my first opponent. Yes, come on, which is a pretty standout name for a team, to be honest with you. It's a Russian Premier League team, and I do have a great start in this game. It comes basically straight from the off. Nice little piece of play, and I get very lucky there with Jesus Navas just running in, getting on the end of a PK shot that had been deflected. Second half came round, and just look at the pace from Doumbia. He puts it in the back of the net. Game on with just under 20 minutes remaining, then 72 minutes he scored on, until it was David Silva's turn to get on the score sheet. Mata came close there with the chip that led to the corner, leading up to David Silva's goal. It's whipped in, bundles around the box a little bit till it finds David Silva. Lovely little finish there, and that secures a nice little 2-1 victory. So the road to perfection is well and truly close to be finished, and it's going to be the goalkeeper this time. Guaita has been sensational for me in net, probably the best keeper I've had so far, but there is a time I had to choose between him and Azpilicueta as to who to replace. Unfortunately, it's got to be the goalkeeper, and in comes that man, 89 rated. Iker Casillas is the newest player in. There's not much you can really say about him that you don't already know. Superb goalkeeper on this game. Probably the one fault that he does have is his height, and I don't think that's his fault, to be honest. That's just the way he's grown up. But on FIFA you can chip him very easily, and what a way to come up against this team for the first time. It is all about pace. Now my team is all about the technical side. The only pacey player really, well, two, there's Navas and there is Jordi Alba, and this guy is all about pace with the wine and go. But look, I do win a very early penalty, and it's the pace of Alba, got the wrong player completely there, Jordi Alba, that takes it past a Hemeli, something like that, another yet weird name, that gifts Fabregas the opener from the penalty spot there. Nice little stutter penalty, and that's a great start. 8 minutes in, winning the penalty, scoring the goal, and I don't look back from there. Just a few moments later, Andres Iniesta with the drag, with the shot, it's 2-0, and at this point I'm thinking, it's done. I've finished, I've made the team, this is it. And then as soon as the second half kicks off, this is the worst defending I've done in this whole series. I just let Bravo pass to Rojas, Rojas back to Bravo, who finds Mattix, who finds the net, and that is absolutely terrible defending on my half. And there is the pace, all about the pace there from Richards. Richards puts it in the back of the net. I thought my keeper should have saved that, because you'll see in the replay, it's just a normal little finesse shot at the front post. Should save that, but Ramos was the saviour. He gets the goal from the corner kick. Great delivery then, and that is it. I've won. My final upgrade can take place. A great win there. 3-2. Technical players winning against full on pace. And this time it is Dave Azpilicueta. I call him Dave because it's much easier, as do Chelsea fans, and he's replaced by the final player, Juan Fran. And there's the squad. Great squad there. I got Casillas, I got Fran, I got Ramos, Piqué, Alba, Iniesta, Mata, Fabregas, Silva, Navas, and finally Fernando Torres. And that is a very good squad, and I finally made it. Now I will show you in just a few seconds my squad of the whole series. Basically every player that's performed under me, that stood out in the stages from bronze to silver to non-rare gold, and finally to rare gold. And this is the squad then. Guaita is in nets, as you can see. For me, the best keeper out of a lot of them. I know Casillas only had a game or two, but for me, it was Guaita. He kept me in a lot of games. I know Sergio Asenjo was kind of similar to the silver goalkeeper I had, but for me, definitely Guaita. He stood out a lot more than other keepers. He made multiple double saves, triple saves. Some of that you didn't see in the episodes because I didn't have time to include them, but he was brilliant. In at left back we have Jordi Alba, much better than the likes of Naxto Monreal, Javier Garrido, and the left back I can't even remember, that was a bronze. This is the only bronze that made it then. It's Tony Leao. He was sensational. Absolute rock of a bronze centre-back. If you hadn't had him on this game, you want him in any bronze teams, definitely get him. And alongside him we have Sergio Ramos, simply the best Spanish centre-back on the game. Obviously he's got all that pace, he's got the power though, and he scored that winner in the final game. Azpilicueta then is our right back. He stood out 10 times more than anybody else. I know Juan Fran came in at the end. I've had him before. Actually played a game that I can't fit into this episode because it'll be massive. But for me, definitely Azpilicueta. On the right hand side we have Jesus Navas. Isaac Cuenca didn't cut it, Ceci didn't cut it, so it has to be him. Silva is our first cam. It was a toss-up really between him and Juan Mata, but he won in the end. Fabregas in at centre mid. The only other one I probably would have chose was either Ander Herrera for the bicycle kick, or even Zapata, because Zapata is a brilliant Silva centre midfielder. Merida is our other cam. The amount of free kicks that lad scored for me was unbelievable. That's why he's in this squad. Jolafu is over on the left hand side. You can't say enough about him. Great skills, great pace, and he's great in and around the area. And then there is Jonathan Pereira. What a legend. Best player in the squad by far. And that is it, guys. Road to Perfection is complete. Thank you very much for all your support throughout this series. And until next time, I will see you guys later.